This is not on the agenda. I feel compelled to make a comment, and unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, it doesn't apply to anyone in the audience tonight. I had hoped that there might be some others here. We tend to not be attracting the numbers that we have had in the past. But through word of mouth and the miracle of modern technology, perhaps what I'm about to say will reach others beyond those who are here. So I want to make sure that's clear. I'm not talking to anyone currently present. On the back of our agenda, it clearly states that during public comment period, certain decorum, what we would in common sense language call manners, should be applied and should be followed at public meetings of any board of this municipality. Unfortunately and disappointingly, over the last 2 zoning board of appeal meetings and most recent planning board meeting, there have been incidents which can only be described as less than civil. I continue to be asked from various members of the community at large, what can we do to, quote, heal the community and improve the civility? And my answer has remained fairly constant. And the answer that I give to people is that we cannot heal any divisions in the community as long as individual members of the community refuse to participate in that healing. And in order to do that, we simply have to get back to what we would all teach our kids, which is you can disagree and speak your mind as forcefully as you feel you should for the circumstances. But as soon as we cross a line towards verbal abuse, verbal assault, we have crossed a line that cannot be uncrossed until each of us as individuals chooses to no longer do that. So I'm saying this more as an exhortation, as a plea to the community and the members who come to some meetings, although not all, to simply say, let's keep our heads about us and understand that there are strong feelings on various issues, primarily those before the zoning board and the planning board, and not this board at this time. But that we need to do our parts as individuals to maintain the civility that we would expect from someone else if it was someone else disagreeing with us, instead of us disagreeing with a particular person or group. That also being said, it has come to my attention that over the last many months, a very small handful of individuals, and I do mean a small number, half a dozen or less, have taken their concern or anger over a particular process that is unfolding in the village and have chosen to issue threats, both veiled and less than veiled, against individuals and against potentially groups. I want to say in no uncertain terms that that type of behavior will absolutely not be tolerated. Small municipalities and small village mayors tend to shy away from using the full executive authorities of their office. I agree with that sentiment. I think heavy-handed mayors in small towns don't go well together. But I will make an exception when it comes to the physical safety and security of residents, members of the community, and certainly members of the village staff, village personnel. I will use every resource at my disposal, some of them quite vast, to push back against that kind of behavior to the fullest extent of the law, should it continue.